I can hear the sprinklers. And welcome into the Task Force special Friday night golf weekend edition. I know it's snowing in Michigan, but who cares? And of course, we've got the incredible Dave Rieger, the Kingpin, the legend. But then the real legend, the Hall of Fame softball player, lesson on blanket golf, Jeff Lesson. Now listen, I know the weather wasn't great today, but carts are being allowed. People are coming back. You got to feel good about golf in Michigan right now, don't you?
Peace and love, everyone. You know what? Yes, carts are now allowed in Michigan, but it does appear only one per cart is allowed. You see, the order didn't say that. Once again, another confusing order coming out of Lansing that sometimes, without being political at all, but a lot of these orders have raised more questions than they've answered. This said golf carts are allowed. Nowhere in the order did it say only one per cart. What it did say is, you must maintain 6 feet social distance. Now, I'm not a rocket scientist, nor even close to that, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist or brain surgeon to figure out if I'm riding next to someone in a golf cart, in other words, 2 people in a cart, you probably are within 6 feet of that person and violating social distance. Obviously, you can't have 2 people in a cart. I just don't know why they didn't just say that as opposed to creating more confusion. Now there are people saying, it doesn't say you can't have 2 per cart. Doesn't say 1 per cart. That's true. It says it kind of cryptically. But why? Just say 1 per cart but what it should be is 1 per cart unless you're from the same family. It didn't address that either. If you live in the same household, it should be fine to ride in the same cart because you're with each other all day anyways, presumably. So they left some things out, but I get it. There are bigger fish to fry there and a little more confusion for the golf industry. But I'll take it.
Save the politics for Meadowlark, ML Elrich, when I'm on with him.
I made political.
So, listen, and Dave and me, we walked at Copper Creek on Sunday. It was great. Got the doc out there, my dad and our friend Mark. But I want to get your thoughts on this because it's very important. And me and Dave have talked about this, so he knows we were going to talk about this. I think it's great that people are golfing. I think there's nothing. I mean, obviously, saving lives and being safe is all that matters. But getting out there, exercising, being safe, social distancing, physical distancing, playing golf is great. But we were out on the course. We, of course, were staying far apart from each other. My dad's getting older. His friend Mark's getting older. So we were incredibly safe. But there were so many others that it seemed like they weren't. There were others, I'm sure, around this country and state that aren't going to take it as serious. Are you concerned, much like how people are saying without getting political, we're going to open the country the best we can. We can't open it too fast and we'll have to close it again. Are you worried we're going to get golf going and then it's going to get shut down because of small amounts of idiots?
Well, again, I'm a lawyer. I'm not a doctor.
I'm a lawyer.
So I rely on the medical experts to tell me what is safe and what is not safe. However, I'm concerned that golfers may screw it up, that golfers kind of forget about things. And I've seen it too. Walk too close to each other down the fairway like we're at another age and time. I don't mean to focus on a specific age group, but, a lot of younger golfers out there like, hey, it ain't going to affect me. Yeah, you could kill someone else, and they end up walking almost hand to hand down the fairway. Older folks have done that too. And, if we don't behave or do the right thing as golfers, these privileges could be taken away from us again. So we have to be careful.
By the way, we've got Oren, my nephew's watching, the D-line, Swizzle Squatch, hey, lesson. Dave, you've got your friends. Mike Hunt's watching right now. He's very excited about the show. So, Jeff.
I haven't seen that guy lately.
Oh, he's my friend, huh? Yeah. Okay.
I think his nephew I think his cousin is IP Freely and his brother as well.
I haven't seen that guy.
The Yellow River.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yes.
So, Jeff, and we got a special one-on-one, Dan Leach one-on-one starring Jeff Lesson. We'll get to in a minute. We got to talk Tiger, Phil, Brady, and Manning. But when it comes to, this is important for you because you are the golf maestro. I mean, I'm not saying you're the only one, but you're one of the most respected guys that covers golf, that has a golf show. I must say, Jeff, the longest continuous running golf show in North America. Is this year 24? 24?
24.
24.
Yeah.
So it's I'm trying to think of a famous number 24. Last year was your Michael Jordan year.
Dexter Bussey.
There you go. Was it
It's his Jeff Gordon year.
Yeah. Was it Fettis Demo 24? I'm kidding. All right, so You're a guy that I want to hear from in this. I know the D-line and people on the chat right now are big golfers. What do you think the most important thing, people like Dave and I and you, people that love the game of golf, that want this to be able to be, a distraction right now during a global pandemic, what can we do to make sure this doesn't get shut down and that we're doing the best we can to keep ourselves, the courses, and their financial burden safe?
Well, obviously, abide by the social distance rules. One per cart. You can put two sets of clubs on one cart. One person rides, the other one walks. I like doing that. When I play golf with you guys, I like walking and just grabbing my clubs out of the cart. That's the biggest thing. And just like not hanging out on the first tee like you normally would, waiting for a bunch of groups to hit ahead of you. What they're trying to do is keep you away from that first tee until it's like just before your tee time to keep that social distance going. But what I'm worried about, as soon as golfers get a little too comfortable, get in the middle of a big skins game,
right?
They forget about all these things, and then they get screwed up for everyone. Then then word gets back to Lansing, and they say, "All right, cases are going up. Golfers, you're to blame." Then it's taken away.
Jeff, what about the parking lot? I've played 2 rounds of golf, and both parking lots have been absolutely packed. How are we supposed to keep the social distancing rules in action when you're in a parking lot that's just full of people putting their golf shoes on, getting their golf bags out, getting their stuff organized? There's just no way. And then and paying the clubhouse, or like at Copper Creek they had a table out there. Yeah. So
here's what you should do. First of all, in the parking lot, if you're concerned about opening your car door to someone next to you, just wait until that person's gone and stay in your car, put your shoes on in there. As far as paying for it, almost every course I know offers digital payments, either paying ahead of time online, or you can call the pro shop and just give your credit card. You should be able to do a non-contact payment just about anywhere. I'm surprised that some courses don't have that, because obviously that could lead to violating of the 6-foot social distance rule.
Yeah, I mean,
and they really didn't have that, huh?
No, listen, Copper Creek is a great place. We love it there. I don't want to make it sound like Copper Creek did something wrong. I think that it was one of the first days that people were getting out there. It's one of these things where, as you said, I think it's very important, and I appreciate you saying that and asking that question, Dave, is that people are getting used to this new normal. I call it a new abnormal. And it's great to be able to play. My dad was so excited, man. The world didn't get out there. It was tough to walk 9 holes. He's getting older. But we had, carts, push carts, all that stuff. And I think that as people, that's why I think, you're starting Lesson on Golf this week on 97.1. And I think that it's
started
last week.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be on going forward. I think that it's important that people like you, and I know you're doing this, and others, that's why I wanted to have you on the show tonight, to let people know that, listen, it might seem a little odd, but you can still do this the right way. And whether that means being spaced in the parking lot, whether that means buying it digitally, whatever it is, because you got to be safe, A, and B, if people aren't, not only is it going to affect other people's lives, literally, but golf will get shut down again. And we don't want that. None of us want that.
Right, and I'm excited about it because, honestly, I did not expect carts to be legalized this early in May. I thought it might be, I was hoping for June 1st. So this is just bonus time for me. Especially, I'm really happy for a lot of courses. First of all, Northern Michigan, as you guys both know, most of those courses are not very walkable at all.
Definitely the Bear.
Outside of a Belvedere and a few places like that. But those places really could not operate at all without golf carts. And thankfully, they're going to have them, at least one per cart. And their season really just starting about now. Now, even around here, there's a lot of courses that are very difficult to walk. Places like Moose Ridge, the Majestic at Lake Walden. 2 great courses featured on LessonOnGolf.com, which, by the way, you can go to get the best deals in golf anywhere. LessonOnGolf.com, while they last, with the best courses, the best deals. But those courses that we're talking about, I mean, you can't really walk them. Now, some you can, but the ones that you can't walk, I mean, they were just starving. And I'm very thankful for their sake that, they can get some revenue. And, carts are a big part of private clubs' revenue, too. A lot of private clubs really struggling without having carts allowed. So this is good for the economy. Golf is a $4 billion annual industry here in the state, employs thousands of people. There's almost 2,000 courses in the state of Michigan. This is a good thing.
It is. And by the way, you're a great friend of mine, so I love the shameless plug. You do have great deals on Lesson on Golf. I'm going to be using one next week in the Moose Ridge for my dad and I. And whether it's your site or calling the places, get out there and support golf, Jeff, because it really is important.
Yeah.
By the way, I got the D-line wants me to throw a traveling golf trip 2020. Hopefully it can happen with how things are going. He's going to do Bay Harbor, Treetops, Masterpiece, Forest Dunes, Bucks Run. He wants to know how's that for a 5-pack.
That's pretty solid. Those are some of my favorite courses in the state. Bay Harbor, Forest Dunes, love them both. What were the other ones?
Well, Bucks Run, Bay Harbor, and Forest Dunes are three of my
Treetops Masterpiece is the best course of Treetops, in my opinion. It's the original Robert Jones Sr. design. Used to be known as the toughest course in Michigan, still up there. You don't get a level lie anywhere, but it's some beautiful holes. And the most beautiful par 3 in the state, 120-foot drop on hole number 6, tee to green. So it's fun. That's a pretty solid 5-pack. 5 of the best.
I know Dave. We've invited him many times. You've been so kind in bringing me up north a lot. Hopefully, we'll be able to get up north this year. Maybe Faxton, Locke, and Stan Rieger can come with us, Jeff.
The Michigan Open has been rescheduled. It's going to be the week before Labor Day weekend.
We got to go.
Be early June.
Yeah, we got to go.
We'll be there. That's at the Grand
I do need to get up north with both of you guys because I hear the stories of how Leach's game transforms into something that is out of this world when he plays up north.
He's never nobody's actually shot up north, right?
I mean, nobody's actually there to
Jeff
witness it.
all this stuff.
And,
so is the show.
He wins. He wins all these presses and all these bets and Lesson. He basically destroys you up north. I really need to witness this in person.
We pushed on last Sunday, so I can't say anything. But I never said it. Jeff gives me a stroke of hole except the par 3s. I don't destroy him, but we've had
so do I.
Many incredible wagers. One time, Jeff, I think we broke our record. We had 9 presses on one round. That was incredible.
There's always a putt of over 50 feet that is made by Leach every
Jeff
summer.
Was there when I made my 90-foot putt. I think that was that Black Lake, Jeff. The show was there too. 90-foot putt. He saw it. All right, listen.
I think it gets longer by 30 feet every time I talk to you.
All right, so listen, we got a lot that I want to get to. Jeff's iPad might be running out. Is Flom watching, by the way, Jeff, the First Lady of Mason?
She's supposed to be, but you never know with the
hello.
Flom she dances to the beat of her own drummer.
By the way, Chuck wants to know, and I'm pretty sure this is our great friend Chuck Keller, the general. He wants to know where the bailout is for the miniature golf industry. Fair is fair. I could agree with him more. Dave and me, talking about presses. Dave, didn't we have a round once where there were 15 presses on an 18-hole putt-putt round?
I think that you pressed on every hole for like 3 straight rounds, and you lost, and it was pretty bad. If I remember correctly.
No, in all seriousness, Jeff.
What about disc golf? Frisbee golf, anybody?
No frisbee golf. I do like playing ultimate frisbee. Okay. Jay Les, the golf season itself, of course, I'm in this media golf pool that you'll be in next year. I know that we started it kind of late, so I didn't get a chance to get you in this year. And I've led it most of the...
You say that every year for the last 4 years.
No, we just started. But I've been leading it much of the year. I'm like out of first place by about $5,000. So I want to finish this right now. David and his brother Jeff are in like second or third to last. But...
Oh, is that the one that you guaranteed you were going to win, and now you're in second place?
Yeah, by like $5,000. That's nothing. So, Jeff, where are we at with? I know they're talking about tennis. By the way, came back today. They're calling it the reopen. No fans, of course. Where do you think we're at with the golf season itself? I know that obviously they've moved Augusta and the Masters to the fall. They've canceled a lot of events. Do you think we're going to see golf in the next couple of months without fans?
Yeah, I mean, it's unless there's some unexpected terrible spike, which God forbid won't happen. But the 4th event of the PGA Tour? We're going to start in mid-June. It's going to be right here at the Detroit Golf Club, the Rocket Mortgage Classic. It'll be the last event without fans, and it'll be on television. We don't even know if media is going to be allowed there. I know my good friend Michael here of DetroitLions.com, and they're not even allowing members out there to watch the event. So. And I'm also hearing talk that they're not even sure the TV announcers are going to be on site. They may be at a remote location too, so who knows? It could be like a ghost town except the players. But, a lot could happen between now and July 4th. Hopefully the curve gets flatter, starts really going down, and maybe they'll feel more comfortable having some more people out there. But, yeah, it's going to be there's going to be 3 Pro Tour golf events in that month here in the state of Michigan. Because you're going to have the Rocket Mortgage Classic. You're going to have the Senior, the Champions Tour at, where's that this year? There's an event in Michigan, not Harbor Shores. That was canceled, but there's another one coming somewhere. And the LPGA event is going to be in Midland, the one where they do the match play stuff. And, the Dow. So those are all in the month of July. And then we're going to have major after major, August, September, October, November. Tell me that's not going to be fun. You're going to be seeing, the Masters and a college football and NFL weekend. That's going to be a little crazy. And
Dan can watch Tiger win again and the Lions lose.
Oh, wait, so Dave, how did it go last time? We're going to get to the Tiger Phil thing. How did it go last time we bet on Tiger and Phil? I believe I stole the cash from you.
No,
thanks a lot.
No, but the last bet was that Tiger's going to retire. Oh, he won the Masters.
Said he was going to retire. Said he was going to win another major.
Let me tell you, in the match at Shadow Creek in Las Vegas, I was covering it. I was covering that, and I lost money betting on Tiger.
I had Phil big time.
He was a 2-1 favorite. What I didn't know is that Tiger basically got in the week of the event, and Phil had been there practicing every day for the last month and a half.
That was my whole point to Dan. Tiger didn't care.
The same thing's going to happen in this charity match. Life. All right, listen, we'll get into that. I got a big thing to air live on this show, and Lesson hasn't heard this yet, and we can make fun of Dave in a minute. But let's get to the one-on-one before Jeff's iPad blows out. Dave has prepared 5 incredible questions. I have no idea what they are, and it's a DTM one-on-one starring Jeff Lesson. Dave, question 1.
Question 1, Jeff. Apple is going to be open stores in 4 states with face masks, temperature checks, and social distancing. Alabama, Alaska, Idaho, and South Carolina. If you could have one retail store open here in Michigan, what would it be?
Ooh. Carl's Golf Land?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That'd be kind of a selfish answer. But if you're talking about just for my own purposes, retail
you can be
store.
Selfish. It's okay. Wow. Just for this purpose.
Golf retailer, Carl's Golf Land, Miles of Golf, something like that. Somewhere to hang out.
For me, see, that's a tough one. Like, the first thing I thought about was an arcade that's not a retail store. And hopefully David Buster's opens up soon and safely. But I would say for a store, I need to get some clothes. So I want to go to Kohl's. They got great deals there, so I'm going to go Kohl's. Question 2, David.
Question 2, the French are being urged to eat more cheese after sales have begun to slump amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Who writes this stuff?
So, there's a lot of cheeses that are they've got 2,000 tons of cheese that are overstocked, including Brie, Munster, and something, is it Roquefort, which I never heard of. Roquefort. So my question to you is, what is your favorite cheese?
Great question. Cheese, fabulous cheese.
I don't eat cheese, but if I did,
eat cheese?
Because I was a huge lover of pizza, so it'd be mozzarella.
I'm surprised because, Jeff, you're like a very healthy guy. You don't eat meat, but you don't eat cheese either? What are you, vegan?
No.
Yeah, fake vegan?
No, not a vegan. I eat poultry, I eat fish. I just don't eat red meat or dairy.
Fabulous cheese. For me, it's easily fresh mozzarella. But I think that if you have a really, really excellent piece of Gouda, like aged Gouda, top-level Gouda, I'd go with Gouda as well. All right, question 3, Dave.
The magazine Politico had a headline that said, experts knew a pandemic was coming. Here's now what we're worried about next. And here's a list of what they're worried about. I want to know from you, out of this list, what are you most worried about? Globalization of white supremacy, attacks on trust and truth, biosecurity, technological disruption, nuclear war, climate change, COVID-19's next level, catastrophic earthquakes, or unknowns? What are you most worried about?
COVID-19. Next phase,
the next
whatever.
Level.
Yeah, I would say level. For me, it's definitely the next phase of the COVID-19, but I don't think that white supremacy is going to be a problem worldwide. because it seems like it's a bigger deal in some places than it is, but it's a problem. And being someone of the Jewish faith that's been pertinent, Jeff, and we all are, that have had there are enough issues with anti-Semitism. There's a lot of nationalism going around in Europe. There's a lot of nationalism and populism going around in this country. I do worry about the rise of certain small segments of the population that should have a voice and don't ever need a voice. And I worry a little bit about that, but it's not as big of a deal as COVID-19 and people dying.
See, right. The way I look at it, Dave and Dan, is all those things you listed. All those other things, they've always been here, and unfortunately, they're always going to be here, at least a threat of that to some extent. COVID-19 we never had before, and hopefully that will no longer be here within the next, in a year or so we get the vaccine or whatever. So that's why I look at that as something hopefully we can manage or eradicate. The other stuff, I'm not sure we can ever eradicate.
Perfectly said, Jeff. It's a fair point. All right, question 4.
USA Today came out with a list, 100 things to do while stuck inside due to a pandemic. I went through the list and pulled out the 5 ones that I thought. So my question after I read you the 5 is, have you done any of these, or what have you done that's unique? Number 1, have you maybe texted all your exes just in case you had one more thing you wanted to get off your chest?
Texted your exes in Texas?
Have you put on a soap opera, muted the sound, and created your own dialogue?
0 for 2. Go ahead.
Have you practiced shuffling playing cards like a poker dealer, and so you're ready for employment opportunities once all the casinos open back up?
That's not something you should have done.
Have you brought out your Legos and built your house inside of your house?
I guess I'm a pretty boring guy. I'm 0 for 4.
And the last one was, prepare to verbally duel with a bully who wants to discuss the evolution of the market economy in the southern colonies by memorizing Matt Damon's Good Will Hunting speech.
Well, I haven't done exactly that, but I would say I'd come the closest to doing number 4 than anything with all these stupid Twitter wars you get involved with people that,
a lot of people being
probably better off not engaging.
A lot of people being blocked and taken off by Facebook and Twitter. I give them as many chances as possible. By the way, Dave, Nima says DCB is on fire tonight. Dave, glad he's back. Brings the fire. I love you, Dave. Don't mind.
I'm glad that Nemeth. I'm glad that Nemeth's on the chat.
Brad Johnston's on here as well. All right.
Shout out to Neems and Gare Bear.
They're back in town. The boys are back. All right. At least they got, because they're very boring people, Dave. Speaking of boring, Jeff, you're not boring at all. Brad and Nemeth are very boring, and they have nothing other to do than try to troll Dave. But Dave always wins because Dave's the best. All right. Let's hit out of the park as we always do with question number 5.
Robert De Niro says he'll play Andrew Cuomo in a movie about the coronavirus pandemic. My question to you is, please cast Donald Trump. The actor who's going to play Donald Trump.
Ooh, that's a good one. I got to think about that for a second.
What about the guy, what's his name, in SNL? Who am I thinking
Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, Baldwin. Why not?
Jeff's going Baldwin. I'm going to go on forgetting his name. He was Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. He was in Munich.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
He's a great actor. What's his freak? You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to look.
Yeah, I do know who you're talking about.
But that's who I go with. Great questions, Dave. All right. I thought we'd have some fun with this before we go.
Average question, Dave.
Here, it's going to drive me nuts. What is his freaking name? But let me throw this out there, and Jeff, we'll do this live because I haven't mentioned this to you yet. Dave likes to. I've won many bets against Dave, but Dave likes to brag about his Tiger Woods win and Broncos Super Bowl. All right, just let me tell the story. So we bet on Tiger Woods and Phil last time in the match. Of course, this time it is Tiger and Manning and Phil and Brady, the GOAT. And the odds just came out a couple days ago. And Jeff, I don't know if you see them today. I looked yesterday, and it was Tiger minus 200. And Phil and Brady plus 175. I don't know if they've changed it all, but basically
I can look.
Take a look at that, and I want to look up this actor because it's going to drive me nuts. Great actor. That's what I'd go with as playing Trump. Doc Ock. What was his freaking name? It is Syrian Hines. There you go, Syrian Hines. That's what I want. All right, so Dave and me, we talk a lot of shit to each other. We love each other, but he's third to last in the golf pool. He lost the Tiger Woods Phil bet He's lost many bets to me, but
you lost a Tiger Woods
yeah,
master bet.
but I won the biggest
retire.
ones. So I said, Dave, let's go 150. Let's bet 150 and figure out. I gave him $25 off the odds. So like he wants Tiger, obviously. He's a Tiger slap. And Jeff Lesson's the president of the Tiger fan club. So I'm like, you know what, Dave? I'll be fair. Instead of minus 200, we'll make it 175 for you and plus 150 instead of plus 175. He's like, oh, no, it's all right.
Those are the current odds. Minus 200 plus 175.
Yeah. So he's like, no, let's go straight up. I'm like, Dave, it's one thing if
we went straight up. We went straight up on the other one.
The odds were basically almost even on the other one, and I think we went straight up anyway.
No.
They were. Tiger said it was 2-1 Tiger.
Yeah, we did not go straight up.
Yes, we did.
No, we did. It was 2-1. It was 2-1.
No, it was.
But anyway, let me explain the story, and then you can jump in and sound like an idiot. So Jeff, he's like, "Ooh, what are you scared?" Now I'm a smart bettor. I don't always win, but what would be the point of me if it was $10? Fine. If we're betting 150, why would I go straight up when I could get anywhere between 1.5 to 1 or 1.75 to 1? And Dave thinks that I'm being, weak and scared because I'm not like that'd be like taking the Patriots. Let's say they're favored by 7 in a game, and you're like, you know what? I don't need the 7 points. I'll take the Lions straight up. So when it comes to that, Jeff, I think that Dave needs to be put in his place. Whatever to Jeff's phone.
No.
Did we lose either?
Where did my camera go?
I don't know.
Hello.
You just put your phone up next to the camera. Yeah, so we can hear you.
Oh, is that what happened? There you go. Hang on.
Where's Jeff? So Jeff, explain to Dave why he's an idiot.
Oh, there you
go. Explain to Dave why he's an idiot. And I love Dave. He's the best.
That's a 4-credit course. I can't do that. No, Dave's not an idiot. But, why would you, if you can get, plus 175, why would you take plus 100?
Right. And if we were betting $10, it's one thing. I want to bet $1.50.
My point is here's my point. My point is we don't know. Listen, it's just a for charity event. It should be just mano a mano, straight up. It's Woods and Manning, the good guys, versus Team Cheater, Lefty and Brady. So just bet straight up. Unless you're scared, you're going to lose.
If you're not scared, then why not give me the odds? If Tiger's such a lock,
because there's no reason. Because there's no reason to give you the odds when I'm going to win less money.
That's how gambling works, Dave. If Michigan is,
you're not a casino. You're not a casino. It's just two friends making a wager.
I am a little surprised at the odds. I'll tell you why. Because if everyone's 100% and they all took it seriously. Tiger's probably a couple shots better than Phil around, and Manning is a 6.1, and Brady's like an 8.3. So you got a couple shots there. Then it's obvious, they should win, and I think it's been handicapped accordingly when they're minus 200. But Phil looks at this differently. He would love nothing more than to beat Tiger, a lot more than Tiger cares to beat Phil.
Exactly.
And so Phil, I guarantee you, as soon as they pick the course, he has lived there ever since. Now, Tiger lives right around the corner. He's a member at the Medalist at Hope Sound. But guess what? He's got that back thing, and even if he wanted to practice every day, I don't think he could. So there's no question that Phil's going to take it more seriously, if nothing else, because he's healthier than Tiger. And
it's like the Ryder.
Surprise! The odds are so big because
it's like the Ryder Cup. It's like Phil and Brady are Europe, and Tiger and Manning are America. America doesn't care. Europe always cares.
By the way, it's not Team Cheater.
The other thing,
good guys, idiot.
They're playing.
It is Team Cheater versus good guys.
They're playing I think it's a best ball, four ball in the front, but the backside they're playing foursomes, which means alternate shot. Now, I'm not so sure they thought this through too well because all of a sudden, when you watch alternate shot in the Ryder Cup, that's one thing. Those are the greatest players in the world. Now, Manning and Brady are great quarterbacks and great athletes, and 6 and 8 handicap is nothing to sneeze at, but that's a real tough course. And you see guys with, high single-digit handicaps in the alternate shot format, you're going to see some squirrely shots.
But from what I,
no pun intended to our good friend Squirrel, but from what I you don't normally see in a tour event.
From what I understand, they're going to be going from different tee boxes, though.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
Alternate shot, still alternate shot.
I know. I'm just saying that might help out a little bit with the squirrely shots, depending on how much further up Manning and Brady are playing.
It would help out in the tee shots, but they still got to hit a second shot. they're going to have to up their every other shot, and they're going to be some shanks, I'm sure, from either Brady or Manning or both, and oh my God, well, we know why they're football players and not professional golfers. But yeah, we're going to see some of that, I'm pretty sure.
Neva says, gotta agree with Leach on this one. Sorry, DCB. Eric, Dave, stop being weak. Jeff says, Leach is completely right. Dave, make the bet. Stop being a scaredy cat. And Frank says, Leach is right. He normally always is. Hey, thanks a lot. Neva also wants DTM versus DCB. Alfred Molina is Doc Ock. But whether it's Syrian Hines or Alfred Molina, one of those two would be great to play Trump. All right, before we go, Jeff, first I want to give you a chance to let everyone know how they can obviously have great experiences golfing. And I'm a Jew, I love saving. And you got a great website you've had for many, many years. So tell everyone what they can do to get involved. I know you have a lot of courses up there.
Yeah.
And what
LessonOnGolf.com, the best course in the state at the best prices. An example, Moose Ridge, 2 for $76. Play the Bear up north at Grand Traverse, 2 for $160. That's normally like 2 for like $280. Yeah. It includes cart, and you guess you can use them now. And, the Orchards, all the top courses around here, the Majestic at Lake Walden, so many. And they're all at LessonOnGolf.com, including some great stay-at plays. We're going to have it Boyne pretty soon, Crystal Mountain, and so many others. Hey, LessonOnGolf.com. Go there. I'm not kidding. You won't get those anywhere else. The best courses, the best prices right here.
Before we do our parting shots, Jeff, what do you think the future of golf is right now? I mean, obviously, the tour, the game itself in this country. Where do you think golf is going with dealing with, obviously, a global pandemic for the first time in 100 years?
I think it's going to be a banner season for golf for the following reason. We've already seen the pent-up demand by not allowing it until now. But guess what? Tour golf, is going to be center stage through much of the summer because who knows when they're going to play Major League Baseball. I'm hearing maybe July, maybe not, but we know for sure there's going to be several tour events there. And guess what people are going to be doing? They're going to be watching golf on TV. And I think there'll be some trickle-down effect getting some more youngsters involved in the game, which we very seriously need.
Love it. Dave, parting shots from King Lagerson.
I didn't know if we had a household item of the day, so I did bring this out in honor of Lesson. So that's for you, Jeff. That's a Tiger Woods red. That's a Tiger Woods red victory pose right there. So
hey, I ate at his restaurant, the Woods in Jupiter. I don't think you have, my friend.
No, I have not.
Jeff, you got anything you want to share? Anything in your kitchen there you want to throw out there? I just brought my my neon Under Armour golf shirt to get.
Oh, he's still there.
So, anything you want to share? Anything you got there? Maybe a pot, a pan. You hear us? Did we lose Jay Les, Dave? His iPad.
I don't know.
Where did he go? He's there. He's just sitting there. What happened to the guy? See, that's why I want. That's why
his parting shot was.
That's why I didn't want to do a house item. All right, but Dave, I do love you, and while we got each other here, let's see. I can't take him off. Let's just leave him up there. But while I've got you here, golf obviously means a lot to us, and we were able to go out last Sunday and play. What do you think's going to happen?
I think, unfortunately.
Dave, I love you, but if you would have brought up the house item, which I wanted to skip because Jeff was running out of speed juice, we would have gotten him out without him freezing on us. But I love you. Your questions were great. I'm with you too. I want to be wrong. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We told him to do that. Hey, the funniest thing was earlier before we got him on. Like Jeff, we always test everyone the day before. Jeff and I tested this weeks ago. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to call you on Skype at 7:55-ish. He's like, I don't have Skype. I'm like, what do you mean? We did this on Skype last time. So Jeff. Yeah, thanks for being prepared. Now, we love Jeff, and Jeff's a great friend of yours and I, Dave. And it's been very tough with him not being able. His livelihood is based on his golf show and his website. And yeah. I just hope people aren't stupid. I mean, just be smart, everybody. Don't ruin it for everyone. Be safe, physically distance. Don't be stupid. Don't yell at the ranger. All that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I want to be able to golf too. And Dave, we're gonna get up. Yeah, don't yell at the ranger. Don't throw clubs like your brother Jeff likes to do. Don't be stupid like Nemeth and Brad Johnston. Uh, you know what's funny? They're on the chat and they're going, yeah, we love Neves and Gary Bear, but they got to stop trying to troll Dave because Dave is the anchor. Dave is, and one time, Dave, my friend Tom Milliken, our executive producer of the morning show and the kind of second in command of 97.1, you know the gov. He's like, Dennis Fithian, he's the anchor on the weekends. And I'm like, yeah, you're the anchor. You're the anchor, and these peeps are they're very jealous of your prowess, Dave. They're just jealous. They're jealous of the prowess.
Yeah.
All right, before we go, parting shots from you, my friend.
Same parting shots as usual. Follow the rules. Wash your hands. Socially distance. And as my favorite high school TV coach Eric Taylor says, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Hey, I love it. We have a big couple weeks of shows coming up. Wayne Fonts, Matt Patricia, Darren McCarty, new software next week from our good friend Ray, Kings of the Knights of the Templar. So a lot of good things coming up, David. I just want to say this while I've got you and me just together. You have been a godsend. I'm going to get sappy here. A godsend in my life in many ways. We give each other a ridiculously hard time because you also are an idiot, but so am I. But you come hard and strong every time on this show. You're a great friend. You're a great son. You're a better brother than your brother is. The Clown Prince is okay, but Jeff, you got to put up with him a lot. And I'm just grateful that you're in the fold.
Well, Eric's been on the show. Jeff hasn't, so
there you go. So, but thank you for all that you do. You are a god among gods, and for me, it's what I like to say as well. Spread love, not hate. I mean, that case of Georgia Dave was just disgusting. I know it happened in February. I don't care if it happened 15 years ago. Disgusting. And when you brought up the question in the one-on-one about my word about white supremacy, I am. Because there are, this, and without trying to get political, I'll be honest. I mean, people know I feel this president has enabled some of these dirty segments of the population to have a voice when they shouldn't. And it's disgusting. And we got to stop that. We got to stop the hate. We're quarantining. We're together, alone together, all the different hashtags. We've got to be there for each other. I talked to my aunt earlier today. Unfortunately, my other aunt lost her longtime dog, Travers, that was I think 15 years old. This is a tough time for a lot of people. Kids are at home and parents are having to school them, and people are out of work and out of unemployment and having trouble getting food. So we've got to be there for each other, spread love, not hate. Obviously, wash your hands, be safe, go on walks. Dave, I went on my 51st walk in 53 days. And you've been going on walks too. And I just think that we've all got to be as healthy and safe as we can. And that's going to make it easier for people if they unfortunately contract COVID-19. It's going to make it easier and better going forward in the future because people are going to be healthier. And I think that's what hopefully this time period does, Dave, is it gives people the opportunity to understand that exercise and eating right is such an important thing, and that in the next, hopefully, 100 years, we don't have another pandemic, but if we do, people will be healthier to confront it. So that's where I'm at, my friend. And are you playing in the poker tournament tonight? You don't have to worry about waking up early.
I think I will. I think I will partake in the poker tournament that you run this evening. And congratulations on your, what was it, 51 out of 53 days of walking?
Yes.
Very impressive.
I'm down about 10 pounds. I need to get down about 30. I think I weigh about 235 right now, which is not good. I'm 5'11", but it's not good. And if I can get back down to my early recovery weight when I first got sober, because when you get sober, I was on methadone for a period of time and I gained 30 pounds. And it's very tough to lose it, but being active changes it. And as you can see, things are happening. They're happening there. I know
if Gary Bear's still on the chat,
Gary Bear's still on the chat.
He can put you on an exercise regimen.
I need it to be honest.
Brad, you can train Dan.
Yeah,
please help him out.
I need a Gary Bear, bro. Neva says when he comes hard and strong. I said it myself. So, all right, Dave, I love you. See you in the poker room. Until next time, for Jeff Lesson, who's frozen on the screen, we love him. Go to lessonongolf.com. It's a great site. I'm using it on Thursday to go to Moose Ridge with my dad. Dave, you're a noble figure. We got a big couple weeks of shows coming up. I can't wait for Wade Fonts and for many.
Oh, the big buck.
The big buck.
The big buck. Yes.
But please be safe, everybody. Love to one and all. And until next time, it's the Task Force. Out!